Hi, my name's Teo. I'm the vehicle lead on CSC Rocket Team.
Hi, Leo. Hi. Well, can you hear me? Everything all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, thanks, guys, for joining us to Just Trust. It's such a pleasure to have you guys. We've already, in 2023, we got a get together. We, as Log slash Dragons get together, and it was pretty cool. And it's amazing that we get to do this again. It's different, but still, it's cool that we have the opportunity. Um, well, I don't know if there's, my name is Angel. I haven't presented myself. I'm the executives leader from Space Dragons. So it's kind of like outreach, I guess, from the title. It's kind of the same. So, I'm really, really happy to be here with you guys. So, since 2023, can you tell me, like, if there have been any big changes from your team? Like, what have you been working on, guys? Well, I've read a lot of you on your webpage, and it sounds everything amazing. But please tell us a little bit about big things that have happened.
Sure, I can start off. So in 2023 through 2024, we were mostly doing the NASA USLI competition. Due to some changes in our logistics, we have now transitioned from 2024 to 2025 into the International Rocket Engineering Competition. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the biggest change that we're focusing on this year. Right now, we're our efforts towards that transition. We've officially, luckily, been accepted into the IREC competition this year, and that's what we're focusing our efforts on.
Okay. So this will be the second year you're participating?
Oh, this is our first year.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
To clarify, for 7 years before this year, we've always participated in the NASA University Launch Initiative. And this marks the first year we're participating in the IREC.
Okay. And what made you guys to participate for this first year and not participate in a competition?
Oh, wait, can you repeat that? Sorry.
Oh, yeah. So why did you decide to participate this time in the IREC competition and not in NASA? Or are you participating in both?
So we're participating participating in only IREC this year. We have sort of officially moved on from NASA. We're not participating in it anymore. One of the biggest factors to why we made the switch is because we wanted to basically shoot for bigger. In IREC, you get to make larger rockets use stronger motors. The apogee target, instead of being around 5,000 feet, is now double that at 10,000 feet. And we saw IREC sort of as our opportunity to move forward with the team. IREC is much more recognized. The competition, and universities not only from across the United States but across the world participate in it. So we saw IREC as like our next big step in progressing as a university rocket team.
Okay. Okay, sounds well. It sounds really, really cool. Well, the NASA competition, and it's cool that you've decided.
Sorry, you cut out for just like 1
Oh,
second. Sorry.
sorry. I was telling you that for us, this is gonna be like the third year participating, and well, it's also great. We've done a really, really good job. So, for this year's competition, are you guys planning on using your Blaze project for the rocket?
Oh, so the goal of the Blaze project is to be done for testing by the end of the time competition comes around. So as of we don't plan on including Blaze as the project inside of it yet, but as soon as we do, we will update our progress reports, continue forward, and hopefully we can have it done before competition, so that way we can.
Okay, okay. Well, yeah. Hopefully, well, you have everything ready, and well, that's what I understood from what I could read that you were gonna use this, but it sounds really, really good. So, for this year, are you planning like to buy an avionics system, or are you just building it yourself again?
So we've already bought our previous avionics systems in the past. So whether that's our easy mini altimeters or just in general the previous electronics that we've had from past competitions, we will most likely be reusing tendency, but then we'll Blaze project as well.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, hopefully everything works. And for your payloads, what do you guys plan on working?
Yeah, so our payload is again in the CubeSat format as specified by the competition, but it's specifically a student-led research payload. So they will be working on fin actuation and roll control to hopefully use a release method for the payload and slow down the roll as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I heard everything. Um, okay, well, um, so you're participating in the 10K cuts this time. Do you guys plan on keep participating and to well get to other categories for next year?
I think so.
Yeah, so right now our main focus is just creating a strong foundation for us to continue to compete in the year in continuing years. So right now we're starting out pretty simple with just the base 10K cost division, but hopefully we're working towards creating a solid base where we can hopefully work towards a perhaps a 30K cost. Would be one option that we're looking into. Another one is we just started a liquids research team as well. So depending on how fast progress gets made on that, we could also be looking into going into 10K liquids or 30K liquids as well.
Okay, yeah,
A lot of
be,
new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
uh, that was gonna be my next doubt. If you were planning on going into liquids, because I read that you were doing it. Uh, can I know, like, for how long have you been working on the liquids propulsion?
So Liquids was actually founded this quarter. UC Santa Cruz run the quarter system 3 times per year. Our vice president has been working on creating the proposal to found the Liquids team, so that the school would accept it and we'd be able to do the things that we could with the team. And he's been working on that proposal for a large part of this year and the past couple of years as well. And finally were able to start having meetings and getting progress done this quarter. So it is very novel, it is very new to our team, but we're making good progress so far.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I guess it's a lot of work and it just takes a lot of time. For us, it has also been like a great challenge trying to go into a different propulsion system. And we're just testing and testing and testing. And well, a lot of things happen in the way, but we will keep on trying.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the reason why it took so long for us to get that proposal accepted is it's been a dream of the vice president for a long time and our liquids lead to create that sub team. But obviously, we're UC Santa Cruz. We're a university that's quite literally in the middle of a forest where there's a lot of greenery and burnable stuff. So it's just creating those regulations and making sure the university absolutely knows, like, hey, we're able to do this safely and protected. Yeah.
Do you guys need like any special permits? Well, apart from your university and safety regulations, like, are there any other special permits you need for testing it?
Um,
So luckily, not really for testing liquids. We do have a launch site that is about 7 hours southeast in the Mojave Desert in California called FAR, Friends of Amateur Rocketry. Um, Fortunately, they're a site that is open for pretty much any university to test anything they want, really, without permits. It's a very it's a free range that we can test anything we want there.
Okay, well, that's good that you can do test it. In here, we don't need like some special permits, but well, I guess that's just how the country and how the permits work. Can you guys just give me like 1 minute? I need to go do something and then I'll come back.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're all good.
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
So
So sorry.
going good.
So, also for this year, well, I guess you don't have any problems on traveling, well, in the United States, but how many of you are planning to go to competition and how are you guys like gonna arrange all of that? Like, do you work with any sponsors? The university helps you with maybe some funding? I
Yeah.
thought that you do have like a, sorry, fundraiser on your webpage.
Sure. So, a lot of the logistics to travel and stuff, we get a lot of help and support from our university, but a lot of it also comes from internal team funding. We're also looking for sponsorships with either other opportunities within other clubs or possibly just different organizations as well. As of right now, how we're planning to get there is I believe we're going to take 20 people there as estimated and hopefully drive all of our items there as well.
Okay, well, I guess it's easier driving and going. And well, for like, what can you tell me from the outreach area, if you could say? Well, I'm interested because, well, as I said, I'm the executive lead, and I just want to know like, what's the difference, or how do you work, guys? All those things, and how do we work it in here?
Yeah, so a lot of our funding is coming internally from the team or through the organizations that are under the team's under. So we're under our engineering department. So what we'll do is ask for a travel budget request. We'll have our team advisor basically look over um, our budgets and how we can fundraise and how we can get different opportunities to raise costs because a lot of costs we have to cover are not only team related but also separately like housing for students when they get the competition. Also, for example, the cost of getting our mentor to the competition as well, how we do that. So we've talked with our mentor and we've it's mostly a lot of communication and kind of writing out details and spreadsheets. It's kind of boring, but it's definitely fun. once like the competition is hopefully announced, because then we can start doing all the fun stuff like finding the bookings for where the students are going to be and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So it's the same. Yes, for me, it's also I see it the same way. Like the fun stuff is just looking for bookings and airplane tickets and well, all those things. Like, okay, this is cool. But then when we need to fill out all the forms, it's like, oh, yikes. But well, it's good that we do share and we do have like similar processes. Um, it well, I don't know if there's like any doubt that you guys have during this, or maybe we can continue.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, sorry, can't hear you.
Could you repeat the
Oh,
question? Sorry.
yeah, I was just asking if you guys have any doubt, or maybe we can continue with the
I
questions.
think we can continue as of right now.
I don't have anything else to add.
All right, all right. Well, as I've already mentioned, in 2023 we got together. In that time, you were participating on the NASA competition, but unfortunately, the team members that visited you guys, well, are not longer part from the team because they all graduated. And I guess in your teams also they have already graduated. But I just wanted to know, like, how does the NASA competition works?
Do you want to talk a little bit more about this with me?
So the NASA USLI competition, USLI just stands for the University Student Launch Initiative, works similarly to IREC, but the timelines are offset a little bit. So, for example, IREC starts mid-November. NASA would have started like right at the beginning of the quarter, actually right before we even got to school, because quarter colleges usually start a bit later. Compared to IREC, we would have just gone straight into the NASA. And usually during the build process, you have different stages that you're working towards. So the NASA USLI competition is very document heavy. They require that you write multiple, like hundreds and hundreds of pages worth of document for your rocket, which it's tough for us, but at the help us learn and reinforce what we know about the rocket. But usually, we have the preliminary design review, which is due sometime in the first quarter. Um, then we have our critical design review, which is due essentially after winter break, and right before competition, or after the critical design review, we have our final FRR, which is a flight readiness review. Yeah, which all three of these are around 200 pages worth of documentation, where each, unfortunately, where you outline launch vehicle, you outline your payload, and a large portion of the page count is attributed to safety as well, because NASA is a very big stickler for safety when you actually are in the competition.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess I'll add on for the CDRs and like the critical design review, the preliminary design reviews, similar to the IREC competition. Usually, you'll fill out the form and turn it in, but also as we progress, I believe for the critical design review, we'll have basically a Zoom meeting with our advisors from the competition as well, kind of giving us feedback and also us presenting to them. As much as it's a 200 document, we also have to make it short and sweet for them to understand as well. Yeah.
So it is very document heavy. But the timeline process of constructing the vehicle, I would say, is a bit similar to IREC competition. The competition is held a little bit earlier instead of in June. I believe it was held, although we didn't get to go to it last year due to logistic concerns. So all in all, it is similar, except it's very document heavy compared to IREC. That's the main thing I would make.
Yeah, well, it sounds a lot, like a lot, yeah. But I mean, if you guys have everything in order, and it's just for you and everyone's safety to have this, but yeah, it sounds like a lot. But well, and for this year, guys, are you planning on doing a flight test before competition?
Yeah. So we actually are ideally would have two separate flight tests before competition. Right now we're in the process of ordering the materials for a full scale launch vehicle, and we just finished constructing our subscale, our half scale launch vehicle to test hopefully next week. Um, but once we start constructing our full scale, we should be on track to launch April 19th, which is when we have our first test, as well as a payload integration test to see how well they do. And then based on what we learned from that, we would have a backup test May during LDRS before we have our final competition in
Well, okay, okay. So well, you're getting everything ready, and hopefully, I know that it will work out. So, please, if you guys, when you do the flight test, please send us a video so we could share it, and well, yeah, it has more impact. Um,
yeah.
thank you. Do you guys have? Well, are you ready to send your second interim report?
We are actually working on that right now. So our team deadline, for example, is we're planning to have it completed by the end of this weekend by Sunday. And then that way we'd have a meeting with our mentor the day after where we can review it in person with him, see if he has any thoughts on what we've written, and then any changes that he suggested, we'd make them quickly and then submit it. Hopefully by the 5th, usually we try to aim to submit the report to around 2 days before the actual deadline. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's really good. If there's a recommendation I can give you guys from previous years we've participated, is to have everything in time because yeah, it sucks when you don't. So okay, keep working that. So well, as for me, I think I don't have any more doubts, guys. I'm really thankful that we got time to talk a little bit. How does Rocketry works with you, and how does it works with us? And we'll share how are we getting ready for the competition. I don't know if you do have any doubt for us, or if any comments also has a doubt, please feel free to share it, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah. So, for your competition, do you guys specifically ship out your motors before you arrive usually in the past years?
Um, well, we don't ship them out because we here in Mexico we can't. Um, there are no regulations that so we can't move motors. So we just receive our motor once we are over there. Uh, there's a AAA member that helps us with that, and so once we get to New Mexico, he just hands us our motor, and we work on it. So that's it. And for our flight test, well, we do we do a flight test, but it's also with Tripoli, and they are the ones who rearrange all that.
I see.
Do you guys, I guess, come to New Mexico to do your flight test, or do you do it in Mexico?
We do it here in Mexico. We do have one Tripoli certificated area. So we go all the way to Baja California. I don't know if you guys know. Well, we go to Baja California and we do our flight test. And after that, but it's like we're gonna do it in March. And after that, we just go to competition. Like we don't have uh, tests before or after that.
Do you have any, I guess, tips for like booking housing or like Airbnbs for students before like getting into comp and stuff like that?
Well, for this year, I'm not so sure if I can give you any tip because well, we don't have any. Uh, well,
Yeah,
we don't know where to look at. What we have been doing is just to book a hotel. We've tried with Airbnb, but well, it's always hard, and we're working on on the rocket, so we don't want to like have any problem with the Airbnb. Well, with Airbnb, so yeah, it's just best to go to a hotel for um for our like for the car rentals that we do it here in Mexico, so it's easy, a little bit easier. But well, we haven't had any problems really with the this year. We've already looked for like some places in Texas, some places in
Yeah.
Europe. Well, we're not sure yet. Just like try to look for, well, I'm sure you know, like the lowest price,
Yeah.
but that everyone is fine, because we do have had like some problems with the hotel and some members weren't satisfied. So I mean, we can satisfy everyone, but we can try our best. But also, like for uh, we do work with some sponsors. Our university helps, but we always tell them like, hey guys, if you want to like upgrade or have something, it's not on us. Like
Yeah.
we do as much as we can, and that's
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I had a question regarding just your team over the past three. You said this is your third year participating in IREC. Is that correct?
yeah,
Um,
that's
what has the construction timeline for your rocket looked like over the years? Because right now, since this is our first year, we're kind of learning as we go. You know, the subscale should be finished by this time. We should have the full scale finished by this time. Do you guys even construct a subscale launch vehicle, or just start straight away at the full scale? What does it look like for spacecraft?
um. Well, we don't have like a subscale. We just do the whole rocket, but we do test it a lot in ants. Well, we do a lot of analysis in the ANSYS. We do some small tests, but like we start building it or we start with the design like